How many years ago was 1995?
It was 0 seconds ago.
Okay, what's going on guys, this is Apple Fox here, and this has nothing to do with this video. I just wanted to throw it in here because it is really interesting, but in this video we're gonna be taking a look at the hidden features of the iPhone X. I'm not saying that all of these features will be new for you, but hopefully there will be something you didn't know before. I don't want to talk about some obvious things like how to take a screenshot, for example, because this is something that you probably know about already. Everybody talks about it these days because the iPhone X has just been released, so like those things are probably talked about a lot. So this is not something I'm focusing on in this video, but instead I'm focusing on the things that you probably haven't heard before. So the first feature I want to talk about is the way how notifications work on the iPhone X running the iOS 11. So as you can see, when the phone is locked, as you can see there is this lock at the top, you can see that the preview of notification isn't basically there. It just doesn't show me what is inside the notification, inside the text message. So all I need to do now is like take a look at the screen and wait for it to recognize me, and as you can see, I can see what is inside the message. So this is another layer of security in this, so nobody can ever read what is written in that text message. If the phone happens to be locked again, you need to take a look at it one more time in order to register your face, and now you can see what is inside that text message. So it is a very useful feature that I'm pretty sure not many people know about because it wasn't talked about at all. So the next feature I want to talk about has also something to do with the Face ID, but this time it is when there is a problem with the recognition of your face. For some reason, it can easily happen that the phone simply rejects your face even though it is you and the Face ID works for you. So for example, you are covering your mouth and when you swipe up, your phone simply doesn't know what to do. So it just shakes like this and you are asked to type in the passcode. And now even if you take a look at the screen properly, the Face ID is not recognizing you. So you can take a look at the screen as long as you want, but it's not going to recognize that it is you. What you need to do now, if you don't want to type the passcode in, is click on a cancel button and swipe again one more time so it unlocks the iPhone. And this is also something that many people are not familiar with, so whenever they get to the passcode page on the lock screen, they think that they need to type it in, but in reality they just click the cancel button and it scans their face one more time. It is a very easy way to do it, and it is also a little faster than typing the password in, considering that the passcode can also be like 8 digits long, so it can take really some time until you get inside the phone. Next feature of your brand new iPhone X that you probably don't know about is one in the Contacts application. So when you are inside of any kind of contact, and if you swipe back, if you take a look at the top of the screen, you are getting this blurry effect. So it looks really nice. I'm not sure what is the meaning or what is the point of this feature, but it is there as you can see. And as I mentioned, I have no idea like why it is there, but as you can see, it is being here. But this is probably something that Apple made intentionally. Maybe to like hide the name of the contact when you're swiping back, but I'm not sure like why they would do this. But anyways, it is there. This device is already running the iOS 11.1.1, but in a previous version, the blur effect was even more pixelated and even more interesting. So one Reddit user shared his video of the blurry effect. So as you can see, when you take a look at it, and as he's swiping back, there is like this pixelated effect that looks really interesting. It is actually a lot better than the previous one in my opinion. I have also noticed it on my personal iPhone earlier, but I wasn't really thinking about it, or I wasn't trying to find out what it is for. I'm not sure if this can be considered as a feature, but it is something that is part of the iOS 11 running on the iPhone X, so I thought to include it here. Now if you take a look at the bunny ears at the top of the iPhone, by the way, it is the cutout of the display wrapping around the notch of the iPhone X. I call it the bunny ears because I like the term, but anyways, if you take a look at it, on the left side you have the time, and on the right side you have the battery alongside with the other toggles. But on the lock screen, there isn't the time on the top of the iPhone because it is right there in the middle of the screen. So on the upper left side of the screen we have the name of the carrier, but the space is simply too small. So what's gonna happen if the carrier name is longer than the space provided here? And then it's gonna look something like this. As you can see, the carrier name simply doesn't fit into the display. It looks kind of funny, but this is how it looks like, so Apple really needs to think about it. Of course, this is not something you should worry about, but it is there and it is definitely an issue. If you swipe up from the bottom of the display and hold your finger like this, then you're gonna enter the multitasking panel. Of course you know about it already, but if you want to close out the application, you find yourself swiping up, but that doesn't do anything. As you can see, the application is still here. So what you need to do now is like hold down to it and then swipe up, or click on the minus button at the top. But this is again something that you probably heard earlier. But what I recommend you to do is hold down to it and immediately swipe up. So you are saving just a little bit of your time, but it can really add up during your day. So instead of holding down to this application with your finger and then reaching out to the minus button, you can easily discard this application without even lifting your finger. So you go like this. Not like this actually, because I didn't do anything, but you hold down and swipe up. I don't know if it's just me, but I simply cannot get it to work. I mean the 3D gesture in order to get inside the open application, but probably this is not included in the iPhone X. The reason why it is like this is because you have new gestures. The reason why it wasn't included in here is that you have new gestures in here, so it would be really complicated to include that one as well. I'm saying this because in the past we have like this issue where in the iOS 11 the gesture was removed at all on every single device, and then it was brought back in the later version of iOS 11, and now I just wanted to say that it is not part of the iPhone X. At least I cannot get it to work. And the last feature I wanted to mention in this video is something that it is a little more common and many people know about it, but there are still some people that have no idea that something like this can be done on their new iPhone X. If you swipe right on the bottom of the display just like this, you are entering the last open application. So it works pretty fine. What's interesting about it is when you do the very same thing but opposite direction, you're not getting back to the home screen. So this is something that you cannot use both directions. You just can enter the open application from the home screen, but you simply can't get back to the home screen. So that is the end, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then leave a like on this video in order to let me know. And also, if you like this type of videos, then consider subscribing to the Fox channel, because I try to create similar videos like this one, and I'm trying to teach you something new about your iOS device. Please let me know down below in the comments like what are the features that you knew about already. Enjoy the rest of your day and see you in the next one. Peace.